You're listening to The Objective Jerk, and I am said jerk. What is up, everybody? How are you doing? What'd you think of my no filter? I had some people, not many, but some people said to keep the filter, which I kind of agree. I think it, makes mine different, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll turn it down a little bit, but I think it looks cool. And there's not really a whole lot to look at. And if I do show a video, that's not filtered. So I don't think it matters. But at the same time, I'm thinking maybe you don't feel like a personal connection or something to me because I don't look, real, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I actually couldn't, it wouldn't turn on, so I just left it. I don't know if it's because of my new camera and I'm recording on QuickTime. It doesn't work as well. I wouldn't think that would matter, but anyway, we'll see how it goes. So, man, here's my spiel for me. So if you're not interested in me, then fast forward to I don't know where, but Robert Duvall died, man. That's sad. I'll talk more about that later. So I've been working on my little shirt printing venture that I want to do. I talked about it before, how, going through the ink. I wanted to do ink and then found out the, hard way that I should have just done heat pressing. And so that's what I'm doing. So I got everything I need to get started, and I'm actually going to start working on it here after. I'm trying to really build the habit of looking into the camera. Why am I so in the... I gotta have that up so I can see. I guess I like sitting over here. But so I have everything. I got some designs, so I just need to get started, really. Does anybody else out there have like 50 emails, personal emails? Because let's see, I think I had Outlook.com for a while, and I still have them, but I don't really use them. I have a couple accounts that are still attached to them. I gotta change them. And then I went to Gmail. So I've been using Gmail for a long time now. And the nice thing about Gmail is, you can have a bunch of different emails. So I have an email for my podcast. I have 2 personal emails, and I had an email for my clothing, my t-shirt thing that I want to do. And so I would use some personal ones for like the VA, that's more like really important kind of stuff. And then other one for like just, you got to have an email to sign up for this or whatever. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what, whoa, I just realized my chair moved. I was like pushing it back. This glider. Now I'm letting it sit normal. So... Plus, I got probably other ones that I have a Proton Mail that I tried out, but I hate really long, Proton Mail. It's just, I like short, quick, little 1-syllable stuff, which is why I like Gmail for one thing. But I was trying to log into my clothing email, which is... It was, I mean, I still have it, but I'm not using it now. It was Calbo Attire. Let me break some stuff down because I have more listeners in the States than I do. But Calbo is a nickname for me because of my beautiful flowing hair, right? So Calbo is, bald person or whatever. I don't know. That's kind of... I mean, my wife has I don't know how many names, but when she's talking to her friends about me, she calls me Calbo. And so that's kind of... I've used it... My first podcast I did was... What was it called? American Callbow, I think is what I named it. I only did a few episodes, but I was like, I was trying to reach to both American, Filipino, and but I was like, I don't think that's gonna work. But anyway, so I like the word, I like the term Callbow, and so that's what my clothing. So a year ago when I first was starting this whole plan, this whole idea, I called it Callbow Ink because I was like, I'm gonna do ink pressing. I think that's cooler, and you guys know the story. I said all that in the previous podcast. But that's kind of changing, so I'm not gonna call it Callbow Ink. I mean, that's what my Facebook was called, but my email was Callbow Attire. Anyway, so I tried to log into it through Gmail. You go in and because I updated. So here's another thing. This is what I've been doing. I've been on my computer for the last couple of days, either messing with this crap or designing stuff for my shirts, which that's fun. But so gosh. So I usually use Gmail. Oh, okay. No, I'm getting off track here. So I would use Safari for my, my search engine and my internet stuff, right? But it was just always slow with certain things. Like Facebook was just slow, took forever to do anything, took forever to do any kind of stuff. So I changed to DuckDuckGo, which is what I use on my phone. And so it's so much better. And I imported all the passwords and all the stuff and everything. But when I open up the email, which it has my podcast email, theobjectivejerk@gmail.com, I'm really trying to look at the camera. I got to get used to that. Maybe I need to hide my face. I keep looking kind of at the video. I should shrink it down. Just like that. I got to make sure that it's, good or whatever. But okay. So I use that for the podcast, and then that one was the one that automatically comes up. And then if I want to use my personal emails, I'd click on it and switch to that one. And but it's looking like I'm not going to be able to use it because I did everything. I logged in, put in the email, the password. I had to verify. Gave me the, put your phone number. I put my phone number. It sends me a text to the 2-step verification. And then it says like to verify something, for the phone number. So I put my phone number, but then it says it can't do it with, even though I can select the area code, it won't work with my phone number here in the Philippines. So I was like, what the crap? What? So I started looking at email providers, the best ones and whatever, this and that. And I hate Apple. I don't hate it, but I do. It's like a love-hate relationship, I guess. But I'm like stuck kind of. I have a Mac. I got an iPhone. They work well together. And everything's kind of set up, so it's like I'm just stuck, and it's my wife's fault. I blame her. She's the one that got the first iPhone. She wanted an iPhone so bad. This was a while ago now. This is years ago, and then I had other phones, and then it was just kind of a pain in the ass. And then like she got a new phone or something, and I got her old phone, and I don't know. So we slowly became, and then I bought a Mac because I took a photography class and I just loved the way it looked, and so I was like, oh man, that's a good. So I got a Mac, and this one, I don't know, I'll probably end up getting a new Mac, which sucks, kind of. Anyway, so I was looking up different email providers, and just looking at the pros and cons and everything. So I was looking at this. I don't know, it's a website, Clean Email, I guess. But it's just talking about let's see, okay. It's just talking about the 11 best email providers available for free, right? And Gmail, obviously, Outlook, Neo, Yahoo. I was looking at doing Yahoo just because they got a huge email storage. They got the biggest that comes with it. Proton Mail, which I have, but I hate the long. I just wish it was like Pmail or something. I don't know. iCloud Mail, which is for Apple. Zoho, AOL Mail. Okay. Anyway, so Gmail's best overall free account. Outlook great for focused inbox. Don't know what that means exactly. Yahoo great email storage. Proton best for security, which is why I used it briefly. And then iCloud Mail, which is best for Apple users. So I'm like, oh gosh, maybe I should just do that. So so I open up my mail app. I removed like what other personal Outlook and whatever this and that, and then I created because I didn't have an at mail iCloud, or what's it called? I don't even remember, an iCloud mail account. So I created one for for me, my personal, and then which was a pain in the ass. I keep looking up here. I'm kind of used to the camera being on the monitor. I do gotta kind of look and see how I look occasionally, though. Oh, that's fine, I guess. And so I was doing that, but it was like I don't know if it had like a glitch or something, but I was trying to do the name, and I just try and do a basic with my name, and I had to add call, like nothing was available or coming up, so I made that, and I'm like, okay, cool. So here's my new primary personal email, and then I'm like, okay, how can I add? I'm gonna add one for my little shirt venture business that I'm doing, and kind of like Gmail, you know how you can add another account, and this and that. And so I start going through it, and it's like, oh, you can add whatever, an existing domain. And see, I'm a little bit of a boomer, so domain did not click. The word domain did not click. So it's like existing domain, or you can pay for a domain. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I guess I could do another, and then just I was picturing like, okay, I'm gonna do, Calbo Clothier, which is like an old school kind of, Renaissance, you know, clothing maker. That's what the term is, But I'm spelling it with a K, so Calbo Clothier. I'm not making the shirts, but anyway. Lost my train of thought. Oh, okay, so the domain. So I'm not. It's not clicking exactly what domain was. I was thinking it was just another, an email, and then it was like $10 for a year, and I was like, I guess whatever. I don't know. I was like, because I didn't want to use. See, again, domain was not registering. I was like, I don't want to use my other Gmail. I want to create a new one with this. So I did it, and then it said, what do you want it to be? So I did Calbo Clothier. So I'm thinking it's going to be, Calbo Clothier at iCloud.com. That's what I was thinking it was going to be. So I created it, set it all up, and then, nope, it's, now you got to create a thing at CalboClothier.com. And I'm like, oh crap, that's what a domain is. And then it hit me, and I was like, oh man. It's like I would have maybe, I was like, crap. So then I put my first name, name at CalboClothier.com. So now I have a freaking domain for a shirt business that is, I haven't even sold one shirt yet. It's like at the very beginning. So I'm just kind of looking at some stuff for, keeping track of, some inventory, which I do have. It's pretty small right now, and then, just budgeting and stuff, keeping track of everything, the money I'm spending and money hopefully I make, So just working all that kind of crap. So the domain thing was just like, oh crap, come on. But whatever, it's paid for, $10 for a year. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Maybe, maybe it'll flourish. And then, my wife will be an employee. Then she can put her name before the domain. I don't know. It's like, it's retarded. But, sounds like my wife is home. But, so that's kind of what's going on with me. Oh man, she is home. Dang it. Always when I gotta record. How far? I'm only halfway done too. Um, but anyway, so, but yeah, as I was looking up the, tr- trying to figure out, uh, I'm doing a podcast. Can you let me finish? Sorry, man. Um, but so I had Yahoo up because I was looking to maybe, set up a email account with Yahoo, which actually I think was my very first email account back in the day was through Yahoo, if I'm not mistaken. It was something 311 at Yahoo, I remember. Blizzake 311, I think it was. Anyway, um, send me an email there. I won't read it. Look at the camera, dipshit. All right. So I'm on there and it shows that Robert Duvall passed away. I know he was like in his 90s, I want to say. But that one, like, kind of, I'm not like really big celebrity, like Gene Hackman was like, oh man, it's just these old great, and Robert Duvall just kind of was like almost like the film and TV grandpa. Like, I don't know, man, like he, Colors, man, Colors is awesome. Where he's a police officer, obviously The Godfather, Apocalypse Now. Trying to think off my head. His character in the Reacher movie with Tom Cruise, the first one, was outstanding. What's that one where he's an older man? Something Lions. I can't remember right now. Yeah, so he just died. So he was 95. So I mean, everybody dies. It happens. He probably just died of whatever. And it's not like, it's not tragic. It's just, oh man, it's just another part of, my childhood, I guess, gone. Ozzy, Hulk Hogan. It was, it's a bummer, but it's not tragic. You know what I mean? But this one's a little more though. Like, I really liked him as an actor. So it's kind of a bummer. I'm trying to look up and see what his. I keep looking up here. Look at the camera. I need to put like a sign or something that says "Look here." All right. Political views. He's okay. Death. He died at his farm in Middleburg, Virginia. His death was announced through public statement with his wife. She did not list the cause, but said he died at home. So he probably just died in his sleep, that's what everybody wants, really. I mean, maybe not everybody. Some people want to die going out fighting, the enemy or something, I guess. But yeah, it was kind of a bummer, man. I was like, oh, in the middle of me trying to figure out domain this and all this kind of crap, and then I come across that, and I was like, oh, that sucks. But again, I'm not like devastated. I keep looking. Look, I need to make some. Look at the camera. Sorry, people. I just need to not have something to look at, I guess. But yeah, I don't. When people are young, like when what's his face from the Fast and Furious movies died in the car wreck, like that was tragic. He was young, died in a car accident. I mean, it's a bummer. I mean, it's life. Crap happens, but people die. It's just the way it is. But being 95, having a great life, and he was in The Sixth Day too with Arnold too. He was always, the last, like, I don't know what you'd want to say, 20 years, 25 years. Oh, Open Range, dude. Probably my absolute favorite film with him. I mean, I love The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, all those movies I listed, but Open Range with Kevin Costner is like great. I love the relationship with him and Kevin Costner, and like that movie is just badass. That's one of my favorite westerns. If you haven't seen Open Range and you like westerns, you need to watch it. What am I looking for on my phone? Oh, that's right, notes. All right. So yeah, Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's sad. Makes me want to watch Open Range now. So, I am 47 years old, and you know, my wife is 40. She just turned 40, and as you get older, you start to get little aches and pains. Some of it's from the things you do, some of it's from your posture, and now your body's starting to pay for your poor posture or whatever. And so my wife is she's a pickleball fanatic right now, like every day. And so she's got little shoulder this and that and whatever. And I get like Icy Hot medicated cream from the VA for my lower back. And so we have that, so it gets used, and it's almost become the perfume that my wife has. And so she's always putting it on her knee or foot or whatever. And another thing about my wife is she likes to cuddle. Most women like to cuddle, right? Like if I'm in the mood to cuddle, I got my hand up her shirt holding one of her boobs, right? And if she's cuddling with me, she's got her hand down my pants on my junk a lot of the times. Not every time, but sometimes. And that's just kind of what, I don't know if does anybody else do that? Any other couples kind of? And it's not like the whole night or nothing, but so last night, she's in bed. We're getting ready to go to sleep. I think I used the bathroom or something. I don't remember. And then I come into bed. I lay down. She rolls over, lays with me, sticks her hand in my pants and grabs my junk, and we're laying there sleeping. And then all of a sudden I'm like, man, what the hell? Like it's like hot. And then I get a whiff of the Bengay, the Icy Hot. And I'm like, did you put Icy Hot on? She's like, yeah. And then now you got your hand on my junk? And I'm like, what are you doing? So I'm like, get your hand out of there. She gets her and it's like, what? I rubbed out? And I'm like, no, my junk is like burning. And I'm just like, what are, I'm like, how, come on, man, you're killing me. Like it was like annoying and funny at the same time. But yeah, that burned. It didn't burn too long, but it was pretty intense. And she had already rubbed it into whatever, so there wasn't much left, but enough for me to notice, dang. So let's see. I saw that Somalian daycares in Minnesota are fleeing, loading up their U-Hauls and going probably to California or who knows where. The Leering Center, the one that had the sign, actually pulled down their sign and moved. Now, one could say like, oh, they're getting hassled and harassed, so they had to do whatever. Yeah, maybe, but I think the jig is up. The con, the whatever. What am I trying to say? The jig is up. It's over. It's done. So they're leaving, and they're probably gonna go somewhere else. And no one's going to be held accountable. Man, somebody better, I swear. And I guess I'll end it with this. Like, it's just insane to me, the ICE protesters and everything I saw a video of, again, ICE doing their job, and then you got women yelling, trying to piss them off, screaming this and that. Typical crap. But the ICE protester is a black dude, and I don't remember exactly what he said, but he's not letting it bother them or whatever. Oh no, this is what happened. That's right. There was a trans male, and he was like, "Sir, something, whatever," and they're like, "How?" And then all of a sudden they're like, "How are you going to call a woman a man?" Or he asked if she was a man or he was a man because it was obvious. I keep looking at the time, not the camera. Look at the camera. Because how dare you misgender somebody that, you know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, how dare you? So he's like, whatever. And as they're leaving and he's getting in the truck, you hear him say, oh, look at the house nickel, nickel, the N word. Look, oh, you're just a house nickel. And they actually say, you know what I mean? It's like, these people are so mentally deranged. And then you got in Canada, trans dude that like tried killing his children. I understand it's not all trans, but it's just people with mental issues are jumping on board this this supposed bandwagon that's finally stopping. It's nobody cares anymore. Thank goodness. Thank God. Thank Trump. But yeah, it's just insane. But there are crazy people out there. But the thing is like all these other like liberal white women are just they support it and they're protecting them. What is your problem? I guess they're getting paid. Like what? I'm just curious. I don't know. It's just weird. And it's all the same. Oh man. I don't know. Anyway, it's crazy out there. But anyway, let me know if you watched the last one without the filter. Should I keep the filter? I'm going to try and put the filter on because I kind of like it. But if it doesn't work, then I guess no more filter for me, which means no more filter for you. So, but yeah, let me know what you think about anything I said. You got any pointers, any suggestions? Let me know. Email me. Not at the. I just realized I gave out my. Not the my domain, but at theobjectivejerk@gmail.com. Hook it up. Or leave a comment or whatever. But yeah, anyway, thanks again. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate your time. Hope you're all staying warm and staying safe and staying out of trouble. I'll see you next time. All right. God bless. All right. Bye.